Okay, so I just wanted to record so I could take note of this one strategy that I just understood now. So basically, we're gonna have it like this. Okay. Gonna just set this all up real quick and then we'll get to it. Alright. So for example, we have our high, we have our low. Okay, this is a perfect example. Like literally perfect. So the perfect example. Okay. Yeah, this is literally a perfect example. Okay. So the main key component in this to show you the price is going bullish, is turning bullish, is it stopping right here and forming this this higher low. Dang, this fucking shit looks retarded. The main thing that indicates that this is going bullish is it coming down and forming a higher low right here. Okay, so watch this. Comes up, woo, forms a high. That's a high right there. That's one level. Comes down, and then when it reverses, it forms a low. Forms a low. God dang. Forms a low. And then boom, 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 boom. And it breaks above our high and gives an indication. This is our indication right here. Gives our indication. This is our higher high up here. Gives us a higher high. And then comes back down, enters back into the no trading zone, to the cooking zone. Like it's basically like when price is in here, it's like it's cooking up. Like it's getting shaken up. See where it wants to go. So it comes back down into here, enters the cooking zone, and it forms a higher low. And it's the fact that when it enters back into here, it rejecting this low right here. It's basically saying, no, I don't want to keep going there. I want to make a bullish type of signal, type of move, you know? So it forming this higher low right here is basically it telling us, okay, it wants to break through. So when it breaks through, we're gonna put like I guess okay, so this is the continuation. I see okay, indication, correction. Okay, so the correction, okay, so I get what the correction means. So it's basically wherever the indication ends up and wherever the correction ends up, that's basically what tells us how the market is going to go. So if this came down and formed a lower low, then that means it would be going bearish. But if the correction came down and formed a higher low, then that means it's going to be okay. So correction is probably the most important part of ICC. It's the one that like tells us what exactly the, like where we're going, like what we're actually going to be doing with this trade. So this is like the conductor of the engine. This is just to tell us like where our path is, like where our destination is, right? The indication. This tells us where our destination is. This tells us whether we're gonna go to that destination or we're gonna go to a different destination. So look, this is also indication down here. And then so the correction tells us basically if we're gonna go to this destination or to that destination. And because it formed a higher low, it's telling us it's bullish and it's wanting to go to that destination. And so basically, once it breaks above here again, that's the continuation. So it forms, so we get a higher high, higher low, breaks, so forms a high, forms a low, makes a higher high, forms a higher low, makes a higher high, forms either a higher low or a lower low. And because it formed a higher low, then that means we're going to be going up. But if it formed a lower low, then that means we would be going down. And then, so yeah, that is ICC. I think I figured it out basically. That is what ICC is. Here, or yeah, I guess this is like one strategy to it. But I think there's two different ways to execute this. It's either there's a couple parts to it. It's either, so it comes down, so you could do two things, alright? How do I highlight like a bunch of stuff so that I could like fucking delete it? Let's delete all this shit right here. Okay, so there's two different ways you could do this, basically. So, okay, so here's basically how ICC works. Higher low, low, breaks a high, gives the indication. So it gives us our destination. This is our destination. Okay, and then it'll give us, and then in the middle is basically it telling us how or where our destination, which destination we're going to go to. So we have two destinations. We have the low, this destination down here, and this destination up here. And then so it's two things off the top of my head that tells you whether it's going to go in a certain direction. So it's either it coming off of the indication and then it forming like a lower high, or forming a, it's either, yeah, and it forms a high right here. It's either going to be like a lower low or a lower high. Like the lower high would be down here. Okay, I think I get it now. I think I get it. 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 Okay. So it comes down right here. So there's two different things off the top of my head that can tell you where our which destination we're going to choose, right? So the first step is finding our destination. Second step is choosing which destination we want to go to, and then the third step is just going that direction. So it's mainly I and C that we're doing. That's mainly what it is. It's I and C. So two things. Two things that I can notice right here. Formed a higher low and it formed a higher high, which gives us information or evidence that it's leaning more bullish in this scenario right here, right? But say it we're gonna pause it, see if I can find another example. So let's just pause it real quick. Actually, I can't pause it. Can't pause the recording. It's only you can stop it. Okay. So we're gonna go to like a downward trend, see if we can find something useful, like right here. Okay. So here's our evidence. Okay, so here's our indication. Some levels that I can draw out just from off the top of my head. And we're gonna work through another one. It's like a math problem basically. It feels like doing math, bro. That's what it feels like. Okay. Let's try to see what I was trying to say for like an example. So we draw our levels and then it gives an indication. Okay. Okay, so those were previous lows. Let's try to do something more easy. Can I close that yet? Still won't let me, bro. Oh, it's about to turn to, and then I think it's gonna close me out of that position. Look, it's about to close. Let's just delete all this shit right here. Just delete all this shit. Bro, I want this shit to just close. It's still not closing. What the fuck? Bro, this shit is fucking... It's fucked. This shit is fucked. Bro, it better fucking not just completely fuck. Like, bro, really? Is this still doing this shit? Bro, I should have closed my position like a whole hour ago. This stock is not supported for trading. Wow, nice. We are currently experiencing technical difficulties. Well, that's just great. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Let's do these. Alright. We're gonna try and do this the other way around. So if I was going for sells, what I would be doing is looking at history previous. Like previous history. Or actually no, if I was going for sales. Okay, let's look at this right here. Okay. This is like kind of a good example. Like a downtrend. Maybe let's do something more difficult, like right here. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing. Right. Okay, so what I noticed that I think I'm doing is I'm not waiting for an indication. I'm already going based off of what I think is already been an indication. So like I'm looking at previous history. I'm not hmm like maybe I should be setting my levels and then waiting for them to get crossed and then indication, correction, okay, and then I enter. Like maybe that's what I'm thinking. Maybe I am doing it wrong. Okay, so maybe what I need to do is when I'm looking for an indication for the buy side, I look at recent history, like stuff after me setting my levels, stuff after my levels. And then for selling, I need to look at stuff that's previous. I think that's what I need to be doing. Okay. So what I need to be doing, I think this is what I should have done. That's our indication right there. Not this stuff up here. Or maybe, I'm still trying to figure it out. I don't know if it's I wait for an indication or I'm already trading based off of an indication that I've already seen. I think that's what I'm doing wrong. Is because I'm basing it off previous history. I'm not basing it off of anything recent. So like I'll set a level, like say I'll set a level here. I will set a level here. I would structure it like this. Like, okay, and this is what I mean by recent history. This is recent, that is previous. So I don't know if I enter right here or if I enter right here. Like, do I use this as my indication or do I use this as my indication? That's what I'm trying. I'm pretty sure, like, okay. And it's like, So I could have entered either right here or right here. Because technically this could be used as an indication instead of this. Like technically I could have used that as an indication. And then, oh, a high was formed, okay. And then when it broke that high, oh, to make money. There. So this is what I'm kind of getting stuck on. And maybe I should keep watching his videos to see, do I use this as the indication? Or am I using this as the indication? That's what I need to figure out. Because I would have, okay, if I was using this as the indication, right? This is indication right here. And it comes down, forms. I don't know. I feel like it's so like there's so many different ways you can do it. Like I feel like there's not just one set type of way to do it, really. Like okay, if I was trading down here, okay, so I feel like there's two different ways to do it. It's either you enter the market and then you wait for an indication, you wait for the ICC, or you enter the market and you already have an I, and then what you're doing is just doing the C. So it's either you wait for an indication or you hop into the market already with an indication, like right here, and then you start doing the C, the correction, seeing how that plays out. Okay. It still has not sold my shit, bro. Nice. It's not letting me sell my fucking. That's great. Um. Honestly, I don't think I would have even really tried doing cells at this point right here, because there wasn't really any recent, like the previous history wasn't recent enough. Like it's mainly just a straight dump down. So yeah, it's not really like levels that I can mark out over here. There's kind of, but yeah. Like see, this is a level I could have marked out. So yeah, below that, like right there, maybe that's a level. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah. And then head is right there. And then indication, so I have my high. And then come down here. Formed lower. Formed a lower high. So I guess I'm basically like trading a reversal, if I'm not mistaken. So usually something like this, like whenever it comes off into like a really big dip like this, like usually I'll wait for the lower high to form right here, like some type of lower high, and then I'll just wait for it to break, like this right here. I would probably had it right like that. You see how it did that little weird ass shit, like that's why you usually like put it, like give it a little space. But yeah. High, lower high, breaks the lower high, boom. High, lower high, breaks lower high, targets that, and boom. And over here, and over here is our high. Right here is our low. Never ends up breaking the low. Goes up, breaks that high. Indication. So I guess the only difference with this really is that I'm not comparing the correction to previous history. Like, cause usually, okay, so usually during like the normal ICC process, during the correction, usually compare the corrections high and lows to previous high and lows before it broke out. So the highs and lows that you had before the indication, usually compare those highs and lows to the corrections highs and lows. But there wasn't any highs and lows to compare it to right here. Like right here, This is just a low, and it broke that low. So yeah, over here is like kind of confusing to me. I don't know. Correction. Boom. But yeah, specifically on this one, that's like this is what I learned is that, and let's say for instance, it did something different. Let's say it decided to make a, let's say it came down, made a lower low. So follow along with me. Makes a high. Boom. And let's say it comes down and makes a lower low. And then comes up. Something like that, right? Lower low, lower high. That shows me that it does not want to keep going, and that it wants to keep going down here. That's what it's showing me if it crosses down below that line. Okay, I guess this is just like practice, like just so I could practice it, get it into my head, all that good shit. But yeah, I'm gonna stop recording now. I'm gonna upload this.